And welcome back to Ozarks Live, and we're at the Tiger's Den. Do they call it that, do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But we're at Willard High School. Now, anyone who has been part of this august body will tell you that they really are the folks that hold everything together. And of course, that's the band, especially at football games. And we have Victoria Miraz with us right on the... First of all, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. What are the strengths of the band? We always ask that of football teams.
Yes,
we never ask that of the band.
Well, you know, I think some of the strengths of our band is we're very cohesive. We're very much a family. We are very much about the school spirit and support, whether that's football, basketball, whatever that is. Anything that we can do to chip in and help the overall atmosphere, that's what we want to do. And I think that is a huge strength of ours.
That's what the band has always done, is it not?
And have a good time.
And have a good time, which is the big piece here. How many members are in the band this year?
180.
180, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I know that, you know, each year typically there's kind of like a theme with the band's show that they're going to perform at halftime. So why don't you tell us about this year's show?
Okay, this year's show is entitled Cosmic Dust.
Okay.
And it's got some really interesting music that is tied together. So we're going to do Dvorak's New World Symphony mixed in with Journey. Separate ways, which is really super cool. And so it's mostly about just kind of setting the stage of just being in the cosmos, and then just having really great music to go with that. And we bring that across with staging that we'll have on the field and costuming and things like that.
Yeah,
and so we'll do a small portion of that tonight.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
No.
I'm curious too with that. This makes me think, how do you go about picking the themes each year?
Oh, some years it's really easy, and other years it's a challenge. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll just all come up with thoughts and ideas, and then we'll just kind of spitball all of it and just, you know, throw it against the wall and see what sticks. And that's like, what can we do with this? What can we do with that? And then we land on something, you know? So a lot of times that's it.
Just an observation of how, you know, you're smiling and the way you're talking. You're having a good time with this, aren't you?
I try to, absolutely. I try to do that, yes. Because, I mean, it shouldn't be a job, you know. It should be just fun, and it should be something that the kids carry with them the rest of their lives, you know, whether that is going to contests, being at ball games, riding on the bus, you know, whatever. It's all high school memories and that kind of thing.
Is there anything you're going to be shocking the kids with this year that they're not ready to, they don't even see it
there's
coming
always
in the rear
something,
view?
but I better not let that out now, because then they might be watching this, and then they'll be
okay,
like,
but at least you
I see what's happening.
Unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. Yes, that's the key here. So,
there you go.
Yeah, how many years have you been directing this band?
Directing the band, this is my 11th year.
Wow.
I've taught here 34 years, and I graduated from here.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I fell in love with this band on the 35-yard line over there on the other side of the field as drum major.
I love that.
Yes, and so the band has been a huge part of my life for most of it. We start in 6th grade. I started in 6th grade, and I came back to Willard because I wanted to give back to the program that gave me so much, and here I am 34 years later, which is crazy because I'm only 27. So,
right, I know, the numbers are crazy there. Yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, yeah, you know, it's just meant a lot to me, and I just want to share that with others, and so, you know, you have to have a good time, and you know, instill that in your kids.
Yeah.
Well, and I know from when I was in high school, and I've seen it in other places too, band members sometimes get a bad rap.
They do on occasion, yes.
They do on occasion.
Yes.
But in truth, these are usually, I mean, they are dedicated musicians.
They really are.
And they want to do a show out there. They're not goofing around.
They do, because, I mean, like, by the time you hit high school, now it's time to hit the ground running with all the performances. The expectations are already there. The fundamental is already there, you know, and so we just want to run with that. And the work ethic of the kids is incredible.
And how many hours do they put in before they ever really step on that field with their uniforms?
Exactly. They spent 4 weeks here this summer. And then we are here every morning at 6:30 a.m. And then we'll do a rehearsal one night a week for 3 hours. And so they're super dedicated to this, but they also do other things too. Yeah. So these are tremendous kids.
Yeah, I can hardly butter toast at 6:30 in the morning.
I was just going to say, I'm never up that hour. So these kids really are dedicated. So,
they are.
My quick final question for you. You know, you talked about work ethic. What else are these kids learning by just being a member of the band?
We hope that they're learning responsibility, dedication. They are accountable to each other, accountable to themselves, how to work with other people that are just like them and very different from them, you know, and these are skills that they can carry with them the rest of their life. We just use music as the vehicle.
Sure. There's a lot of life lessons there we can all learn from, right?
Yes. Absolutely. That's our hope.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're excited for the band season.
Tonight they're going to help carry the Tigers to victory.
Absolutely. We're going to be here ready to go. We're going to do our best. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there is plenty more fun here. here over at Willard High School on the way, so stay with us. Ozarks Live, we'll be right back.